When a man is lusting over you, he does not want to get to know you. He wants to experience you.
So besties, there's a major difference between love and lust. And in this video, a group of very handsome men came out to expose how to tell when a guy is genuinely interested in you and not just lusting over you. Most of the times, love and lust can be confusing, and many people find themselves in situations where they are with men who just lust over them. They just want to sleep with you and you don't know about it. I'm going to roll the clip, let us watch, and I'll be sharing my thoughts at the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'm dying to see them, and I'm going to see you guys at the end.
When a man is lusting over you, he does not want to get to know you. He wants to experience you. But what exactly is the difference between a man lusting over you and a man genuinely interested in you? There's a few, and I'll help you guys understand the difference between lusting and genuine interest. When a man is genuinely interested in you, the conversation and topic about sex will rarely ever be brought up on his end because he's not interested in that only. He wants to get to know you and build a connection. Men who lust over you do not care about a connection. So if he prioritizes a connection with you, that's a man who's truly interested in you. Is he open to putting in hard work into getting to know you? Because lust is going to keep it at a surface ideal level, whereas someone who genuinely wants to get to know you, they're going to take it beyond that. And that could mean having difficult and uncomfortable conversations with you. If a man shies away from having uncomfortable conversations with you, you know those conversations that you guys have to have, then that man is not genuinely interested in getting to know you. Lust loses interest when they see the person's flaws, whereas love and genuine interest will see you and your flaws and take you in and accept you for who you are, insecurities, flaws, and everything included. Also, when it comes to obsession, that's another aspect that you can use to see whether or not a man is lusting over you or if a man is truly getting to know you, because when a man is lusting over you, there's some sort of obsession there that's typically associated with infatuation. If he is infatuated over you, he's not genuinely trying to get to know you. Whereas a man who's trying to get to know you genuinely, they're going to hold more of a balance, and it's not always going to be about you only. Obsession sounds nice and all until you realize that obsession is literally just lust in the form of infatuation. You don't want that, trust me. And one of the biggest ways of knowing when a man is lusting over you versus trying to get to know you genuinely is he will be very pushy and persistent early on in the initial stages of getting to know you. And that's because he needs to make that fantasy happen before he snaps back into reality and that fantasy goes away. If you don't know how to detect a lustful man, you could be talking to a man and you might be thinking that he's genuinely interested in you, when in our reality, he just has lust for you. So I'm going to tell you guys how a lustful man operates, how they think, why they do what they do, and how you can detect a lustful man so you avoid him, because lustful men are not to be trusted. One of the main things that a lot of lustful men have in common is they try to move quickly because they have a fantasy about you that they want to fulfill. So the quicker they get to that fantasy, the better it is for them. Lustful men do not prioritize connections or bonds with women. They only prioritize that selfish internal desire that they have for her, that they want to make happen through that fantasy. A lustful man's feelings for you are purely fantasy driven. So he's going to try to get as much out of you as he can before reality comes crashing back in. And this is exactly why a lot of lustful men move quickly. Let's say you're on date 2 or you're on date 3 with this man, and he starts telling you phrases like, I feel like I've known you for so long. I feel like I connect really well with you. I vibe with you like I don't vibe with anybody else. He might even tell you that he loves you. If he says that shit on date 2 or date 3, lustful man, because why is he telling you all these things and he barely even knows you? Love grows over time, and if he's not building a connection with you by actually getting to know you and who you are, it's probably because it's more than likely based on sexual attraction. So he's going to try to get it quick instead of trying to get to know you. Another thing lustful men do is they'll only hit you up when it's a last minute plan, and they don't really plan actual dates out to get to know you because they're more than likely just trying to see you so they can hook up with you. If he's not actively planning out organized dates, trying to actually see you and making some sort of effort to reach out to you to actually get to know you, more than likely based on lust. If he's in lust, he's not going to ask about your life or bother to know anything about you beyond the physical. But if he's genuinely interested in you, he's going to ask more things about you because he wants to get to know who you are. If he's in lust, he's not going to bother to introduce you to the important people in his life because he doesn't see you as somebody important. He doesn't see you as a priority. But if he sees you as a priority, and if he sees you as somebody important in his life, he's going to introduce you to other important people in his life. And the biggest sign that a man is lustful is he will try to get touchy with you really early on. And this can range from a hug to a little tap on your shoulder, a little tap on your leg, a little pat on your back, anything physical. A lustful man will try to make it as physical as possible, as quick as possible.
Major difference between lust and love. Love respects boundaries. Lust has no respect for boundaries. So if you're in a relationship right now with someone who does not respect the boundaries that you're setting, understand that's not love, that's lust. That is a spirit of lust trying to damage the relationship. You need to get out of that and go follow Jesus. Keep listening to Jesus. The right relationship will come at the right time. But there's a major difference between lust and love. And another thing that I see out of the Bible, did you know that lust can make you sick? When you give your attention to lust over and over again, and a lot of people that struggle even with pornography or lust or looking at sinful things, guess what? They struggle with depression a lot too, because they feel like they've made such a horrible mistake that they cannot be found worthy with God anymore. Lust will come to destroy you and make you sick. It is demonic. 2 Samuel 13 verse 2, Amnon became so obsessed with Tamar that he became ill. What has your attention determines your direction. And he couldn't look away. And so Amnon tragically took advantage of his half-sister Tamar, because lust is a selfish demon that has no boundaries.
Because he's only pursuing you for sex, his emotions are not involved. And because his emotions are not involved, it's easier for him to just look for the next woman to conquer. Look for the next challenge that he wants to overcome. He can be led by his lust. And I always say it is easier to chase lust than it is to chase love. Okay? Because again, when you're in lust, rejection doesn't hit the same. When you're in lust, you understand, or you start to begin to understand that for some guys, it's a numbers game. If they just hit on enough women, they're gonna get someone at some point. You know, some men have not developed that perception, but it does exist out there. So regardless, this is what fuels this man to be willing to approach you, even though he's not the right man for you or doesn't have serious intentions with you.
How do you differentiate between a man that genuinely loves you and a man that just wants to sleep with you?
There is only one way to differentiate between a man that wants to sleep with you and the one that truly loves you.
How?
And that one way is time.
Time?
Yes.
Okay.
See, a man that wants to sleep with you will rush you into doing things. Mm-hmm. In fact, these are the men that will love bomb you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
He will do everything to please you. Mm-hmm. He will buy you gifts because he has a target.
Yeah.
And there is a time limit on the target because he needs to move to the next one.
Exactly.
So he will do everything in his power to gain your trust. And once he gains your trust, he enter the space, and after entering the space, he ghosts you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So this type of men will love bomb you, will do everything in their power, and they are always creating that urgency. Because see, the greatest tool of a scammer is urgency.
Okay.
They want you to do that thing immediately. They want to meet with you. They want you to come to their house. Do you understand what I mean? It will start pushing you into doing things, and again, it will be very nice.
So are you saying a man that wants to sleep with you won't be patient with you?
Okay. See, he can be patient because there are two ways to things.
Okay.
There are some men that they are hunters.
Okay.
They can spend like 10 years
exactly that was getting
chasing you just to sleep with you. And once they sleep with you, they mark the register, mission complete, and they move on.
That's bad though.
And in fact, they might even ghost you for life. You start wondering, what is the problem? In fact, a lady sent me a DM sometimes ago, and she complained about a man that has been chasing her for almost like 5 to 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah, he has been denying him. The man's coming back and begging all of that. And when they met, she finally fell in love. I don't know what happened. They met and he went to his house and all of that. They had sex.
Okay.
And he said when she got home, she just realized that she didn't see the person profile picture again.
Almost a block any.
What she said to you today.
Okay.
She didn't hear about the man again.
Wow.
Now, he said she almost ran mad. Now, even though you are not interested in me again, like you need to communicate what's the problem.
Exactly.
But so when she was saying it, she was like, it's spiritual attack. And I said, it is not spiritual attack. This man is a hunter. He chase his prey till death. These kind of people, they don't give up. Do you understand? So if you God have mercy.
He's funny actually.
If you meet those kind of men, you think it's love. It is lust. And this
do
kind
you
of
know?
lust is to do us parts.
Do you know?
So how do you know?
Yeah.
It's having the spirit of discernment.
Okay.
Because see, either you like it or not, there is no perfect manual.
Exactly.
And again, see, I tell ladies, when you go out on dates, don't be carried away by the food.
No, the expensive food.
Because most of you, when you just reach, when you see expensive food,
Expensive food.
everything has off.
As in.
You see the guys, like baby fine. You know, you see the car that is, in fact, mostly the ones you drive a car, everything is settled. You understand?
Yeah.
So don't be, you might be meeting an hunter, not someone that actually cares about you. You just want to hunt game. And some people see that thing as a game. They ask you out, sleep with you, move to the next one, ask you. Do you understand? It's a game for them.
Chai.
And to them, it's exciting.
Imagine.
And you can't really know. Because you are blinded by the things that you're doing. Now I say you have to have, see, when you're talking to people, calm down. And again,
down.
sometimes you can discover in their conversation.
Okay.
When you go on date, it's not, are you a thief? Nobody will tell you they're a thief. Ask them questions like, you heard that this politician stole money. Can you imagine? But anyway, in fact, you can even prompt them to think like you. Like, prompt them into checking their thinking like, anyway, I can't blame anybody that is stealing because the country is bad. Now, listen to their response. It's like, see, if I enter that place, I will steal more than that. But that person will tell you he's not a thief.
Well, calm down. Now, some people just cruise now. Even the one that is genuinely in love with you, they might just cruise with something like that.
For every cruise, there is atom of truth. And in fact, for a joke to be funny, it has to have atom of truth.
Truth, yeah.
So comedian only exaggerates reality things.
Okay.
Now, check things that are funny. You see that there are things that you can see, but being exaggerated.
Okay.
When I say soldier slap somebody and you are laughing, you know that soldier in Nigeria can slap you.
Now, yeah.
If you misbehave. Do you understand? But to not be exaggerated. So if that man is saying things like, or in fact, some people will even meet Yahoo boy and you are complaining. Hey, sorry. There's somebody that makes people cry for him to be happy. Said he genuinely loves you or he's lying to you. Like, I don't understand.
And they fit each
Are you
other.
special?
They fit each other.
You understand what I mean? So for me, I would say someone that genuinely loves you will be patient with you.
Okay.
And it will be kind. It will not be nice. They're two different things.
What's the difference? Nice,
A
kind.
kind person will come through for you when it's needed.
Okay.
A nice person will always come through for you even when it's not needed. Do you understand what I mean?
Okay.
A kind person knows what to do at the right
At the right time. Okay.
A nice person will do, in fact, it will do the right thing at the wrong time. Do you understand? Because they just want to get your trust. And after getting your trust, they will not give you trust issues. It will get your trust. I will not give you trust issues because it's going to break your heart and you start having trust issues because anybody now come in that particular line again, you won't trust them again.
Yeah.
So understand this fact. Have discerning spirits. Don't be carried away by the things that you can see. Because things that you can't see are greater than things that you can see. So be careful out there. There's no perfect manual. Have discerning spirit. And I think you should be fine. You will know.
Okay.
If you're not carried away by food and money.
These are signs that a man is genuinely interested in you and not just lusting after you. There is a huge difference between genuine interest and him just only liking you for superficial reasons. Don't get me wrong, a man is definitely going to be attracted to you, right? But there's going to be a huge difference between his genuine interest and him wanting to get one thing out of you, which is, you know what it is. Number one, he is going to intentionally listen to you and ask you questions about yourself, not just basic questions like, oh, like, what's your favorite food? Like, no, he's going to ask you personal questions about maybe your childhood, how you grew up, your family, very personal questions to get to know you because he wants to learn more about you and see if you guys are a good fit. If he's just solely lusting after you, he's going to ask you very superficial things, not get too deep with you, just so that he cannot get too invested in you. Number two, he's going to remember small details about you. So if you told him that, oh my gosh, like my favorite movie is Bridesmaids, mine, or oh my gosh, my favorite color is this, like he's going to pay attention to the little things about you and also to little things that you like as well. So if he knows that you like flowers, he'll get you flowers. He'll definitely make an effort to remember things because he is interested in you. Like if he was not interested, he would not want to do small things to show that he cares. If he's just lusting after you, he won't even care to remember things that are really important to you. Pay attention to that. If he like looks like he's not even trying to do cute things that he knows that you like, no, he's not genuinely interested. Three, this is a big one and super overlooked. If he is consistent with his communication, if he is consistent with texts, and especially if he's calling you, he's interested in you. This is not the sole only reason is to show genuine interest. I mean, a guy can be texting you all day, but that actually can mean nothing. But I will say this, that calls are very genuine. A man will not just call anybody. A guy will never just spend time on the phone with just anyone. So if he's calling you, he is genuinely interested in you. And if he wants to stay longer on the phone with you, he's not even trying to get off the phone, like he's just wanting to keep talking to you, like that's a really big sign that he is genuinely interested in you. Or if he is planning proper dates with you in advance, he is genuinely interested in you, okay? No last minute dates, no come hang out at my place as a date. It's gonna be proper, genuine dates that are going to build a connection. There's gonna be effort. He's gonna respect your time. That is genuine interest. A guy who is lusting after you won't even think to be considerate of your time. He'll call you last minute and be like, hey, wanna do something tonight? Hey, what are you doing? Gonna come over? No, especially last minute, like near nighttime, he's simply just lusting after you. If he's genuinely interested, he's going to make sure he has a date set to see you because he's not going to miss out on hanging out with you. He wants to spend more time with you. So watch out for these consistent, proper dates. That is a key sign of genuine interest. Obviously, that's action right there, right? So if this guy's texting with no dates planned, he doesn't like you. If a guy is planning dates to see you and spend his time with you, he's genuinely interested in you. And a big one that I need you guys to answer for yourselves. How do you feel around this guy? Do you feel appreciated? Do you feel cherished? Do you feel that he actually cares about you? And if you have to question if that's even the case, he may not be fully genuinely interested in you, okay? Pay attention to how you feel. Women are very keen on their intuition. We know whether something's off or not. So if you feel like something is off, you have to listen to that. But if you feel really good around him, he's making you feel good, that's a really big green flag that this guy is trying to get to know you. He cares about you and he wants the relationship to progress with you. Life is too short to question if this guy is interested in you. Please watch out for the lustful men, the guys who just want to put low effort. We're not here for low effort. 2025, we're getting rid of the dusties. Only date men that have genuine interest for you.
The first sign that a guy is just lusting over you is the way he looks at you. A guy who is lusting over you looks at you like a predator looking at its prey. But a man who loves you looks at you with joy, happiness. You can see the happiness in his eyes. Most of the time when a guy loves you, he looks at you and he smiles with you. He looks at you and he is happy. You can see that this happiness is from within. But a guy who is lusting over you, he looks at you like you're a piece of cake. He looks at you like he wants to eat you up. There is so much lust and desire in his eyes, even with the way he stares at you, like a predator looking at his prey, like a hunter ready to just pounce on you, like a hungry lion just waiting to pounce on you. That's how a man who's lusting after you looks at you. He doesn't look at you with adoration, with care. He looks at you like he wants to just devour you. He's giving you a narcissistic stare. And if you don't know what a narcissistic stare looks like, I'm going to put a picture here to show you guys what I'm talking about. You can see the hunger in his eyes. He's like a predator looking at its prey, checking you out. He's looking at all your features. He's looking at your boobs, he's looking at your butt, he's looking at ass, everything, cheeks, everything. He's just looking at it. But a man who loves you, he's not going to be focused on that. He may admire all of those features, but that's not his main goal. A guy who is lusting over you, he's going to be basically staring through you, like he's looking at every part of you. And this guy is going to look at you like you're naked. He's looking at you like he's seeing your nakedness already. That is how a man who is lusting over you looks at you. And it's a very uncomfortable look. If you've never had a man who looks at you in a lustful way, he is looking at you like he wants to eat you up, looking at you with so much lust in his eyes, and you can see it if you're very vigilant. The easiest way to know when a guy is lusting over you and he doesn't love you is how he rushes things. If a guy is so persistent with making sure you link up with him in his house, he wants to take you to the bedroom, he is trying to rush everything so quickly, it's because he wants to get down into it. He just wants to sleep with you and dip. He wants to get into your pants. That's why he's rushing the whole process. And men who lust over you, they love bomb you, they manipulate you. The whole relationship is going to start up so quickly because he wants to get into your pants fast. He doesn't have time to waste. He doesn't even have the time to get to know you. He doesn't ask you questions about yourself. He doesn't want to know the type of woman that you are. Everything, he wants to just be sexual. Everything is sexual. And this is not a man who loves you. A man who loves you will want to take out time to know you. He's going to plan dates. He's going to gradually take the process, because he really wants to get to know you and he loves you like that. He respects you like that. But a man who is lusting over you, he doesn't respect you. He doesn't respect your boundaries. He just wants to manipulate you quickly and get what he wants and run away and leave and go to the next victim. Have you ever met a guy who every time you guys communicate, he's always trying to flirt with you? Always trying to turn the conversation sexual. He wants to flirt with you. He's always talking about your body, talking about the way you look, talking about the things he's going to do to you in the bedroom. And every guy who does this is just lusting over you. And a man who genuinely loves you, he will respect you so much. He doesn't want to portray that image or give you that energy of a guy who just wants to fuck you. He's not going to be giving you fuckboy energy. He's going to give you boyfriend energy, husband energy, I want to know you energy, I'm in love with you energy. He's not going to give you I want to sleep with you energy. These are two different things. One of the guys made a very important point, which was a guy who is lusting over you would respect your boundaries. Any man who is lusting over you is capable of taking advantage of you. He's capable of raping you. These are the type of men who you would link up with them in private environments and they will rape you. They will take advantage of you. They would force themselves on you sexually and abuse you sexually, because lustful men are dangerous. Lustful men are predators. And lust is controlled by a very selfish demon, a demon who doesn't respect boundaries, a demon who just wants to exploit, a demon who is just trying to satisfy itself. And any man who is lusting over you carries that demon within them. They want to just use you, they want to play you, they want to satisfy themselves. So much that they lack self-control, they lack self-discipline, and they will do anything to satisfy themselves, even if it means they have to rape you. So girls, be very careful. A lustful man is very dangerous. These are men who are capable of rape. A man don't just get up out of nowhere and takes advantage of a woman. He must harbor that spirit of lust, that spirit of selfishness, spirit of lack of self-control. All of these things is controlled by the spirit of lust. Every guy who genuinely loves you will not rush sex. He wouldn't want to get into it straight on. This guy will want to take his time to know you. If this guy is pressuring you to have sex with him, it's because that is what he really wants. A man who really loves you wouldn't rush you to do something. He wouldn't force you and he wouldn't rush you to do something you're not ready to do. His aim goal is not sex. He loves you. He wants to get to know you. He's trying to get to know you because he genuinely likes you as a person. But a guy who is lusting over you, he doesn't like you as a person because he doesn't even know you as a person. He just knows what you look like. He just knows that this is how you look like. And he is just, the only thing in his head is the fantasy of sleeping with you, getting in between your legs. He doesn't care about your personality. He doesn't care about what you like, what you dislike. He doesn't care about that. He's not interested in that in the first place. This guy will want to rush everything. He's going to love bomb you so terribly. Oh, you're my wife, I want to get married to you. They'll tell you all the things you want to hear. There are a lot of them who will even go to the extent of spending money on you that they have budgeted just because they want to get in between your legs. This guy has no problem chasing you. And there are a lot of them who would be patient enough to wait till they get what they want from you. To them, it's a game. They are just excited about the chase, to hunt you down and conquer you. A game of cat and mouse. They are just excited about the chase. They are not excited about the catch. They just want to hunt you and conquer you. A guy who is lusting over you is concerned about your bodily features. That's why you hear a lot of men say, I want you to gain weight, you're looking skinny, your butt is gone. They are always focused about your body. A man who is lusting over you, he's going to be concerned about you getting surgery, doing certain things to your body, because he's thinking about his satisfaction. He's not thinking about your health. A guy who loves you will want you to eat healthy. He will want you to work out, but his main goal is not about getting a bigger butt or getting bigger boobs. His main goal is about you being healthy. But if the roles are reversed, he wants you to get surgery because he wants you to get a bigger boobs. I'm not saying that I'm against surgery. I'm just saying a man who is pressuring you to get surgery, even if you don't want to get it, that's the type of man I'm talking about. Any man who is pressuring you to go with him to a hotel room just wants to take advantage of you. Any man pressuring you to come to his apartment even though he doesn't know you and he has never taken you on a date, he just wants to take advantage of you. He's lusting over you and he wants to rape you. So be very careful. Any guy who is persistently insisting that you sleep with him even though he hasn't taken out the time, the effort, or the energy to invest in you or to prove to you that he is serious. Any guy who wants to rush sex without giving you a title, he just wants to start sleeping with you, getting in between your legs. He hasn't come out clear to tell you that he wants to be your boyfriend, or he hasn't properly asked you out to be his girlfriend, but he wants to sleep with you. He wants to take you to the bedroom and get down to it. He wants to take advantage of you. He wants to play you. He wants to use you, and he's just lusting over you. A man who loves you is going to pull through for you. He's going to be there for you during the good, the bad, and the ugly. This man will help you in times of need. You can reach out to him when you have an emergency and he's going to pull through for you. But a guy who is lusting over you, you can't get to him when you have an emergency. He's not even going to give you that energy. He's going to make you feel like you're alone. You can't call him when you have an emergency. He only reaches out to you when he wants you to please him sexually. That is the only time this guy will reach out to you. A guy who is lusting over you will ghost you after sex and call you only when he wants to sleep with you again. But the man who loves you is going to be consistent. And even after sex, this guy will still be consistent. He will show you interest, love, care, concern. He is going to be consistent with his emotions, his thoughts, and he's going to be intentional with whatever he's doing. If you want to know whether a guy truly loves you and he's not lusting over you, tell him about the problem. Just tell this guy about any problem you're facing. The way this guy handles situations that concerns you, the way he handles problems, emergencies, things that have to do with you, any problem that you have, the way he handles it is going to tell you everything you need to know. If this guy is very lax about your problems, if he acts like he doesn't give a damn, he is very nonchalant when it concerns things that has to do with you, it's because he doesn't really love you. When a man loves you, when you have a problem, this guy will help you throughout this problem. He is going to give you money if you need money. He's going to be there for you if you're down. If you lost someone, this guy will pull up for you. Let's say you lost a relative, he's going to be there throughout the process to stand by you and support you. But if this guy is lusting over you, he's not going to care. If you lost a relative, if you lost someone, let's say you lost your dad, your mom, or whosoever, this guy wouldn't give a damn about you. He's not going to be there to support you. He's only going to care about linking up with you and having sex with you, because that's just all he sees you as, a sex toy, a sex object. This is not the type of man that you need to even waste your energy and time on. Any man who is there for you in times of need is a man who really loves you. Any man who is willing to support you at your lowest moment is a man who really loves you. Any man who wouldn't betray you at the times when you need him the most is a man who really loves you. There are men who are going to give you the widow's mind when you need money just because they love you like that. I've seen it. It has happened to me. When a man loves you, he's going to borrow money. He will go above and beyond just to make you happy. If you need money, if you have a problem, this guy will do everything to solve it, because men who really love their women want to make these women happy, and they will do everything to make these women happy. Even if it means they have to borrow money, even if it means they have to give you the widow's mite, the last of everything that they have, just to please you. There are men who are able to do this just because they want to remove you from whatever problem you found yourself in. If this man cannot solve your problems, if you cannot call him when you have an emergency, and he treats your problems like he doesn't give a damn, or everything that concerns you is not a priority, and he doesn't really take it seriously, this guy doesn't love you. He's lusting over you. He's just manipulating you, hoping that one day you're going to sleep with him and give him your body. The last but not the least point that the guy is lusting over you is, this guy wants to do things for you on the condition that you sleep with him. He does things on the condition that you give him sex, and if he hasn't slept with you, he won't support you or assist you in any way. Then this guy is lusting over you. He doesn't love you. A man who loves you will be kind to you regardless. He's not going to be kind to you conditionally. He's going to be kind to you unconditionally. He will do things for you unconditionally. But if this guy is doing things for you on the condition that you sleep with him, this man does not love you. So besties, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you learned so much from this video. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Drop your experiences. I'm dying to see them, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you.